So I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw that the official Diablo account had tweeted out this. There's a new limited time event coming up here shortly on February 6th, and this one is called the Lunar Awakening. So I pulled up the notes and kind of poked through them in order to tell you what is going on. This is the Lunar Awakening. This is maybe like a Chinese New Year theme. I'm not really sure. Maybe there's another holiday I'm not aware of. And this starts February 6th and runs to the 20th. So just the day before Last Epoch launch. So it's nice timing. You can do this event, row right into Last Epoch if you're going to try that out. And the Seasonal and Eternal realms both experience this. So even if you don't enjoy seasons, there are some people that don't like making new characters every season. If you're an Eternal Realm player, you can actually play this event on the Eternal Realm. Now, they have a trailer here. I poked my head through the trailer. I'm not going to play the whole thing because you're welcome to watch it yourself, but this is the rewards that you can get from it. Everything from a horse, some body rewards, some cosmetics in terms of items, back pieces, etc. Kind of the, the stuff that we're used to getting in terms of cosmetic rewards. So they do look pretty good. Now, this is the part that for me looks more interesting, which is identify and activate lunar shrines throughout all areas and activities found within Sanctuary. While active, you earn 50% bonus XP multiplicative and have a 30% increased movement speed, a plethora of buffs, all while earning the favor. Now, the favor is how we're going to redeem for the cosmetics, which they'll talk about in just a moment. They have sort of a screenshot showing this, but the Lunar Awakening has dawned, okay? More or less what they say here is there's a guy named Ming Yu you're going to go talk to in Ked Bardu. He owns the Lunar Market. The Lunar Market's where you're going to trade the favors that you will acquire through doing the event, and the favors are what will give you your cosmetic rewards. And you can also see here that this is the important part. Lunar shrines are spread throughout Sanctuary. Fight your way through both dungeons and the overworld, activating the lunar shrines and slaying monsters to earn copious amounts of ancestors' favor. So basically, you'll find a shrine. This is it, what it looks like right here. And the shrine will look like a dragon instead. And then that shrine will be one of the lunar shrines. And with the lunar shrines will come other bonuses. For instance, if you find these in the Nightmare dungeons, and there will be an affix that marks it as an Ancestor's Favor dungeon, which guarantees that all the shrines within that Nightmare dungeon will be lunar shrines. But in addition to that, you will also get 10% bonus XP glyphs. So they're kind of sort of making it a little bit easier to level up your glyphs through this event as well. And what's kind of cool is you can save these Nightmare Sigils. So if you want to save them for later on, you can actually do that. You can stockpile these, and they literally say, so feel free to stockpile these for days long. You don't have to worry about them expiring. So you can get them, collect them if you want, use them later. That is no problem. Now, moving on here, the Lunar Shrine and Ancestor's Favor. So the Lunar Shrines are coursing with mysterious and intense power. Basically, what they're saying is the Lunar Shrines will replace some of the shrines when you find them, and they will have a bonus. So instead of just the Artillery Shrine that shoots fast, you also have a chance to summon the Holy Bomb or the Blast Wave. Each explosion summons a cluster bombardment. The Channeling Shrine will increase your attack speed and chance to reset cooldowns. Frequent, powerful, shocking strikes from the Conduits one, etc. And the Greed Shrine, chance to summon a treasure goblin. While the shrine is activate, 25 kills summons a treasure goblin, and 50 kills summons a second goblin. So you're going to be summoning goblins as you go. Greed Shrine, no longer useless. Then we have here Lethal Shrine, chance to instantly execute a struck monster, causing fear and stranding monsters. Note, this includes elites, but excludes bosses and other players. So you can't take this, run in and try to kill an Uber or something like that instantly. This one is interesting. You reflect all incoming damage. Damage reflected scales with the level and world tier. So you're reflecting your damage back as well. And they say on top of these powerfully implied effects, miserly spirits spawn when the Lunar Shrine is activated, allowing you to immediately capitalize on the specific gameplay augmentation. So you get this bonus XP, bonus movement, bonus damage, bonus Paragon Glow. You get all these bonuses. It summons something immediately that you can kill. Treasure goblins will spawn if you get the greed one, etc. They sort of show you an example of these minions spawning here. And they say, additionally, the Lunar Awakening themed whisper bounties are available throughout the event, making them an excellent place to earn Ancestor's Favor reputation while appeasing the Tree of Whisper. So they're spreading this out so you're not just stuck doing one type of gameplay. And then they show a nice spreadsheet here of the different looking cosmetics you can get. And I actually think the cosmetics look pretty good. So, I mean, the horse looks pretty good. Looks better than the plain brown horse for the 2 sub promo that's going on right now. You get some chest tattoo types of deals. Not bad looking cosmetics. So there's 10 levels basically to earn, 6 different themed cosmetics to unlock. And garments will be available in the shop, materializing to adorn your wanderers befitting this joyous occasion. And they show you even more of these. So there's a pretty significant amount of, in my opinion, pretty decent looking cosmetics that you can pick through for this event. And you can do it on the Eternal Realm too, which is kind of nice. And they say that's about it, basically. So they wrapped it up with that. Also noticed on Twitter, Adam Fletcher tweeted out that the patch 1.3.1 will be shipping later this week and that the patch notes are available. If we pull up those said patch notes, you can see here that the amount of health that they heal from the vampiric affix is one of the first things. So you know how when you're like fighting a vampiric affix guy and like, oh my God, he healed for his full life. Now I'm annoyed. They're sort of nerfing this. World tier 1, 10 to 5%, 2 from 20 to 10, 3, 35 to 15, 4, 50 to 25. So it looks like basically a 50% cut across the board with World Tier 3 actually being nerfed a little bit more than that, as a matter of fact. And they have a note here saying the future patch will make additional improvement to the vampiric affix. Projectile attacks from monsters like the thrown spear will gain a visual effect to show that they're imbued with the vampiric power, etc. There's vampire affix, or the suppressor affix has been adjusted. The one makes it where you can't hit them from inside at all. The suppression field no longer is always on. Now it's a 6-second duration and 50 to 75% uptime. This is nice, to be honest, because the suppressor is highly annoying. The field can be canceled if the monster with the affect is stunned, frozen, knocked down, or dazed. Another good change. We've adjusted the layout of monster spawns for several dungeons. Smaller adjustments have been made, and then the Nightmare Dungeon sigils will now display the levels that the monster will be for the sigil tier. So now you don't have to do that weird calculation of plus and minus this and that in order to actually figure out what level the monsters would be. These are all nice changes, in my personal opinion. These are good changes in the right direction. So now, these are adjustments to the Seneschal's pet's ability. And what's interesting is there is actually currently videos. I believe Rob just put out a video of like the pet with the Firefly, for instance, and multiple projectiles, which can instantly, or not instantly kill, you know, within 10 seconds or something, kill Durio, kill Uber Lilith, etc. Of course, it's Barbarian, but if you do Giga Chat up the pet, some people are showing that can be quite damaging, and with the Firefly in particular, though the other moves seem to be underperforming. So Firefly is actually getting increased with damage, but it looks like significant damage increase across the board, buffs in the healing, buffs in the supporting damage. So across the board, you can see increase from 50, 60, 50, 60. So we're getting 10, 20, 30% buffs in terms of increasing damage on the pet. And this is due to the fact that the pet has had, you know, negative feedback that the beginning of starting the pet out does not feel very good when you're leveling the pet. They actually addressed this in the previous patch and directly mentioned it. And now they're showing the numbers that will be coming in the following patch, which will arrive later this week. Then there's a whole bunch of bug fixes here. And normally I don't go through all the bug fixes, but there is a significant amount of the bug fixes as well. 50% bonus XP multiplicative is probably the part that I would be most excited for this upcoming event. Help you level a lot faster, have to do less dungeons, etc. And the bonus Paragon Glyph experience as well. I like that they're trying new things. This is definitely something new. Make the shrines a little bit more exciting, ramp up the juices, make people log in. Smart to do this right before last Epoch launch, to be honest, and they don't try to run it like at the same time. This is a decently planned event, at least in my mind. Cosmetics look pretty good too, and they're free. I like these events that give free cosmetics that actually look good, because I'm not going to buy cosmetics out of the shop because I think the stuff in the game actually looks pretty good, and then you can do these events for free stuff literally anyway, so I don't know. Seems like a pretty good event. And tell me what you think in the comments down below. And the patch seems like they're slowly trying to respond to the feedback related to the pet. But once you juice up the pet with a Barbarian who's got a million goddamn weapons, then it looks like you can kill everything anyway. Who would have guessed that a Barbarian is the one that makes it work? It's always the Barbarians with this game. You know what I mean? With the I should have just rolled the Barbarian. Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking, it's like, why did I roll a Druid? Why did I do it again, DM? Like every time I roll a Druid, and then I'm just like, nope, should have played the Barb.